Good evening, Mayor, Council. Remy Donnelly, Council for with the Wood Family Companies. Just first wanted to let y'all know that the lawsuit that we filed last week wasn't a measure that we took lightly. We felt like we were left with no alternative in order to protect the Wood family's legal rights, their extensive investment in the city of Harahan, as well as the interests of their many employees, over 110 employees, their customers both inside and outside of Jefferson Parish. With that being said, we still remain hopeful that all the issues that are being presented can be worked out amicably and not through costly and time-consuming litigation. One issue that we have before us tonight, the Ordinance 2016-3, we've consistently communicated our concerns in the legal issues with this ordinance, which include the arbitrary nature of the ordinance. The Wood companies would be the only business in the city of Harahan subject to an hours of operation restriction if this ordinance was passed. Also, the ordinance is overly broad, which was mentioned previously. It would apply to any business activity that the Wood companies conducted on the property. If viewed literally, the Wood personnel nor the owners would be able to be on the property between the hours of 6 p.m. and 6 a.m. because everything they're doing out there is in connection with business activity. As you all may know, and as we stated, the Wood companies and on all those operations have been 24/7 for more than 50 years. So it's just this first time that's now being addressed after all those years of operation. Also, we feel like this restriction would constitute a governmental taking if enacted. And the actions leading up to tonight, and also that ordinance and other things you may vote on, we still struggle with proper notice and due process requirements by state and local, your own local laws being followed. Just one thing that we just wish that was all followed and we were fairly dealt with on those matters. And finally, which I think is the most important point for everyone here, and we've recently been consistently communicating that for over a month, is we are aggressively pursuing the approval to relocate the road. And this, as you all know, has been the first and the primary request from the beginning. And it's a very expensive and time-consuming endeavor. It's not something that we can snap our fingers and make happen overnight. And it's an undertaking that we're hoping and intend to show that our commitment to being a good neighbor to all the residents and to the city. With that being said, the Wood companies have hired a very reputable engineering consulting company who's helping through the permitting process, doing all the engineering analysis. We've invited them to just speak tonight, and they'll let you know the update on where we are in the process.
Mr. Donnelly, can I ask you a quick question?
Sure.
So we continue to hear that the Woods Material Company and family is pursuing to move the road, if that's either with the levee board or the Army Corps. Have you shared any correspondence with the city? I have not seen the correspondence between these two departments to show us in good faith that you are doing that and you're moving forward. Can we see the information? Because I keep hearing it, but we don't know what
Yes,
action is
ma'am.
being taken or the process.
We filed the application today, and the engineering consultant will reveal that. So, he'll let you
Well,
know.
I have to say, in front of the public, that's very concerning when we've been told for at least 4 to 5 months myself, and then specifically from the Woods family 3 weeks ago that they were pursuing it and meeting with the levee board to know that you applied today. That's very concerning.
It was a lot of work that took to get to that point. And if you would appreciate those applications, you would understand the analysis that had to be involved to
I'm
produce
sure.
what we had to submit to get this process. So thank you.
Joe Jacquot, Lanier and Associates. I'm hired by the Wood family to help them try to find an alignment for an alternate haul road. Right now, that road is just on the flood side of the existing levee, and the thought was to push it as close to the river as possible. The Corps of Engineers gives guidance on a typical section or standard section that must be followed by sand pits or stockpiling, and this road has to fall within that standard section or else there's a lot of delays with additional engineering and things that have to be done to show that there's no concerns about the levee stability or the bank stability of the Mississippi River. So what we've come up with is, instead of the road being directly behind on the protection side of the levee, it actually moves anywhere from about 700 to 1,000 feet away from River Road along this alignment. So with the thought being that tree curtain then could be closed off, right now it's required for access to those two pits. So with this road being out here, we have a typical section showing what that road's going to be, and it's 30 feet wide, asphalt pavement, and that allows two trucks to pass each other along that road. It's pretty much along the outside of where the existing berm is for those sand pits. So we did make the application because we're considered, this area is considered in the coastal zone of Louisiana, which is pretty much anything south of Sunshine Bridge. It goes to the Department of Natural Resources joint permit application process. So the state actually receives the application, and that was done today. They distribute it to other concerns. That would be the Corps of Engineers, the local East Jefferson Levee District, and it actually goes to navigation concerns because it's along the Mississippi River. So that application is in. It's online, actually. You can find it online that application was made today. So the thought being that getting it this far away, we get more distance between the river road, and there's also going to be a little bit more of a buffer because the sand pit, this road is going to be about 6 feet below the monolithic sand pit that's out there and the berms around the sand pit. So there'll be another buffer, not only distance but elevation.
Is there a plan for the current Hall Road? A closure, a formal closure of that?
When this road goes into place, that will be abandoned. The existing Hall Road will be abandoned.
But it'll still be there?
Yeah, it'll be maintained then by the East Jefferson Levee District with grass cutting, part of their grass cutting procedure.
Thank you.